I don't need that. There we go. Hello, 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 everybody. How are we doing tonight? First of all, sorry for no challenge series video today. I got a little bit lost in the sauce. Recording stuff for bows only. Ended up recording more than I could edit in time, and actually I didn't even do everything that I wanted to do in that video. So that'll be coming next week. Anyways, we got some more Tsukihime tonight. Last week we started Arcueid's route, but we didn't actually meet Arc, which I find amusing. You don't actually meet her until the second day, after you meet everybody else, like all of the other love interests of the game, even though she's the main one. But yeah, we're gonna be meeting Arc tonight. I will warn you, things are going to get violent. But yeah, let us continue. Resume game. From here, yes. Day 2. Sensei told me. My eyes could see the points where things could easily be broken. And if that thing were to be a person, then what I would see would be their vital spots. Lines which, if cut, could break something apart without any effort. With those lines, even things as hard as steel could easily be cut. In other words, everything in existence has its destiny of breaking internalized within it. This is something inescapable for anything with a physical form, Shiki. That's what Sensei had said. I was still a child back then. I remember finally understanding what she meant and getting scared. In other words, the world is full of cracks, and it could collapse at any instant. If there are scribbles all over the ground, then there's a possibility that the earth would start breaking apart if I walk over it. When I realized what she meant, I thanked Sensei from the bottom of my heart for the glasses she gave me. I couldn't have gone on living if I had continued to see the lines all the time. The points where things could easily be broken, there isn't a single advantage to being able to see them. Good morning. I hear an unfamiliar voice. It is morning. It is time for you to awaken, Shiki-sama. Stop calling me Shiki-sama already. I told you yesterday, it sends chills down my back. I wake up. Good morning, Hisui. Hisui stands far from the bed, like a statue. Where am I? Good morning, Shiki-sama. The girl in a maid uniform bows. Ah, yeah, I came home, right. I push myself up, looking around the room. In that instant, I feel sharp pain in my temples. Huh? Are you looking for your glasses? Hisui gently hands me my glasses. I let out a breath. Last night, before I went to sleep, I had the feeling I was seeing the lines even with my glasses on. Seems like it was just my imagination. Maybe it's because I slept in an unfamiliar room, but my mind is hazy. Shiki-sama? Hisui calls out to me. Shaking my head, I shake away my sleepiness. Good morning, Hisui. Thanks for coming to wake me. There is no need to thank me. It is my duty to come and wake you, Shiki-sama. Hisui gives a plain and completely expressionless response. Even in an unfavorable light, I think Hisui's features are beautiful. It should be wonderful for such a girl to wake me every morning, but as Hisui never smiles, I don't feel that happy about it. What a shame. If Hisui only had half of Kohaku's brightness, she would be really cute. Do you need something? Realizing I am looking at her, Hisui stares straight back at me. No, nothing at all. Waking up with you there makes me feel like I'm really at the Tono mansion. Now then. Getting off the bed, I stretch out both arms. Suddenly, I realize I'm wearing pajamas. I'm sure that yesterday Huh? I thought I slept in my uniform last night. Dude, don't do that, it's gonna get wrinkled. Yes. Since it is bad for your health to do so, Nee-san changed your clothes and put you to bed afterwards. Hisui explains it as if it is something perfectly natural. I see. She changed my clothes. It's true that I could have caught a cold if I had just slept like that. Just the kind of attentive service you'd expect from a maid. Hey, wait a minute! What? I quickly check my pants and underwear. My pants are brand new pajama pants. Even my underwear is new. I want to say, what the hell did you do? But somehow the words are stuck in my throat. I've got to calm down and think things over for now. Let's see. First of all, half the blame belongs to me. And the one who changed me wasn't Hisui, it was her sister, Kohaku-san. It would be wrong to complain to Hisui. Hisui? Yes, what is it? You don't have to do anything uncalled for like this from now on. If you have to, please wake me up. I can change myself, so I'd like to do so. My face is a deep red as I say all of this. Hisui obediently nods in affirmation. Your uniform is folded and awaits you over there. Please come to the sitting room after you have changed. Damn it. How careless could I be? It was careless of me to begin with when I fell asleep on the bed like that, but to not have woken up while I was being changed is over the top. Usually I would have sensed it, but maybe I was just really tired. I mean, you had a big day. Complaining to myself isn't going to change anything. I can't just keep standing here talking to myself like an idiot. I'd better hurry up and change, then go have breakfast. My school uniform is neatly folded, and my shirt is even ironed. Passing my wrists through the sleeves feels good. It's that fresh, brand new feeling. No, there's nothing wrong with being naked, is there? Yep. There was nothing wrong with it, but I couldn't help being embarrassed at the fact that I was changed by the warmly smiling Kohaku-san. To top things off, the face in the mirror keeps smiling at me from time to time despite being bright red. Are you really okay, Tonoshiki? No. The answer is no. I thought you were supposed to be uneasy about staying here, you amateur. Akiha and Kohaku-san are relaxing in the sitting room. Akiha is wearing the uniform of the Asagami Ladies' Academy, a famous school for young girls. They are drinking tea together gracefully, as if breakfast ended a long time ago. I'm going to greet Kohaku because I like her more. Morning, Kohaku-san. Today's a lovely day. Yes. Good morning, Shiki-san. Kohaku-san delivers her ordinary morning greeting with a smile on her face. Did you sleep well last night? I was worried that you might be inconvenienced staying in an unfamiliar mansion and all. No, there were no problems. I used to live here after all, and now I've got you to watch over me, Kohaku-san. Oh, you're quite good at this, Shiki-san. Huh? No, I'm just saying what I think. What is it I'm good at? Kohaku-san just looks at me, smiling. Somehow, I feel embarrassed when she looks directly at me, so I shift my gaze to the side. And then, I realize another stare, one which has been on me silently for a while now. It hurts me so much that Kohaku's route is the last one. There are 5 routes in this game. I have to go through Akiha's route before I get to Kohaku's. I have to go through all of them, but Akiha pisses me off the most. I wish I could skip that one. But unfortunately, it's really important. They're all really important, so... hey there. I give a light wave to greet her. Akiha continues to stare at me, or perhaps glare would be a better word. Well, good morning, Akiha. Oh? You don't have to force yourself to greet me. Please, go right ahead and ignore me. After all, it seems you'd prefer to enjoy the morning with Kohaku. Yes, I would. Akiha's words sting. It's not like I had intended to ignore her. I just said hello to Kohaku-san. Please don't tease Shiki-san too much, Akiha-sama. We don't have much time, and Shiki-san hasn't finished his breakfast yet. Well, that's Nii-san's fault for waking up late, isn't it? He's just getting what he deserves for leaving everything to do in a rush in the morning. Akiha sniffs. It seems like my failure to greet her was another point she was unimpressed with, in addition to her objection to my late arrival. Kohaku-san, is my breakfast ready? Yes, I've laid it out in the dining hall. Please eat up at your leisure. That won't do, Kohaku. Nii-san has no time to eat breakfast at this time. Hey, listen, Akiha. It's only 7, so I've got at least that much. It's an easy 30-minute walk from here to school, so I can take it easy for at least 10 minutes, can't I? Are you saying you're going to finish breakfast in just 10 minutes? You're not some starving dog, so if you're going to eat breakfast, I'd like you to take your time. Akiha's words really do have thorns in them. I'm not a dog, Akiha. Then I remember. Speaking of dogs, there is what happened last night. Hey, about what happened last night, does that happen every night? What? Akiha tilts her head slightly in response to my question. It seems like the point of my question has completely failed to reach her. I am talking about what happened last night? That noisy woof 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 racket. Even you wouldn't have been able to sleep with that going on, right? Nii-san? What are you talking about? What? I'm talking about last night, of course. Around 11 at night, some stray dogs were barking their heads off. Akiha and Kohaku-san exchange looks, and then together they both look back at me. It's like they think I'm some kind of nutcase. I can't just let this slip by. Fine, I'm not asking you anymore, Akiha. Kohaku-san, it was really noisy last night, wasn't it? Was it really? I did think the wind was quite strong, but the only unusual thing I found while looking around late at night was you, sleeping in your uniform on top of your bed. Ah, yes. I'll be more careful from now on. What? What happened, Kohaku? Oh, nothing in particular. Shiki-san just has a bad sleeping posture, that's all. Kohaku-san dodges Akiha's question with a smile. Come to think of it, Kohaku-san is calling me Shiki-san now. It seems like Hisui passed on my message from last night. Are you sure neither of you noticed? Those dogs were barking for about 30 minutes straight last night. Woof, 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 woof. If that isn't noisy, I don't know what is. It really was a woof woof panic, wasn't it? Somehow I get the feeling Kohaku-san has missed the point. Well, that's basically how it was. I don't remember anything like that. You don't either, do you, Kohaku? No, I don't. Sorry, Shiki-san. There wasn't anything particularly like that last night that I can remember. Then it's decided. The only possibility left I can think of is that Nii-san had a dream about it. Well, now that she mentions it, maybe it was a dream, but... You must have had a nightmare because you aren't used to the mansion yet, Nii-san. Oh, I know what. I know what. If that stray dog barks again tonight, perhaps we shall start keeping an extra vicious guard dog here. A malicious giggle comes out from Akiha. I am now out of time, so please excuse me, Nii-san. Please do take care not to get attacked by any dogs on your way to school. She is not going to let him live this down, huh? Akiha leaves the sitting room. Kohaku-san leaves to escort her to the doorway. Now seems like a good time to come to a conclusion. Given what's happened from last night up until now, it's a no-brainer to work out that for some reason, Akiha really, really hates me. Oh, how I wish that was the case, Shiki. I leave for the lobby after I eat the breakfast Kohaku-san made for me. Hisui is in the lobby, waiting with my bag. Will there be enough time, Shiki-sama? Yeah, it's not even 20 minutes to school from here if I run. It's 7:30 now, so I could make it even if I took the long way. Satisfied with my explanation, Hisui nods. Very well, I will escort you out. Yeah, thanks. It's a terribly embarrassing thing to have a personal servant. Ah, Shiki-san! Please wait! With pattering footsteps, Kohaku-san runs down from the second floor. Hisui steps back and falls silent as Kohaku-san appears. Huh? Weren't you with Akiha? Lady Akiha goes to school by car. Since I had something to give you this morning, I stayed behind. Something to give me? Yes. This came from the Arima family yesterday. Kohaku-san smiles. Huh? But I have all my luggage already. The things I used while I was at the Arima's house all belong to them, so all I've got are my own clothes. Really? But this was sent here nonetheless. Kohaku-san hands me a thin wooden box, perhaps 20 centimeters long. It's not heavy at all. Kohaku-san, I've never seen this before. Well, apparently it was left to you by your departed father. It was to be given to you in the will. By my old man? I can't feel anything about that. What's the old man who expelled me from this mansion 8 years ago doing leaving me things? Oh well. Kohaku-san, please take it to my room for me. Kohaku-san is staring intently at the wooden box. She seems almost like a child who wants a toy. Stare. No, she is a child. I get it. You want to know what's inside, right? Oh, not at all. I merely wondered for a moment. You are not fooling anybody, Kohaku. Like I said, you do wonder what's inside. Alright, let's open it. 1, 2, 3. With a dry sound, the wooden box opens. Inside there is a 10-centimeter bar of thin iron. It's an iron bar. Undecorated and worn, it has finger marks all over it. The old man must have really hated me to leave me a piece of junk like this. No, Shiki-san. It's a fruit knife. Kohaku-san takes the iron bar out of the box. See, isn't it one of those folding knives? 1, 2, 3. With a pa-chink A 10-centimeter blade pops out from the bar. I see, it certainly is a knife. It's old, but it seems pretty solid. The year and the era it was made in is written on the back. Kohaku-san replaces the blade and hands over the knife. Certainly, there's a number written on the grip. The character 7, and under it, the character Knight. Nei-san, there is no era by that name. It just says Nanatsu Yoru. Hang on. Surprised, I turn around. Hisui, who had been silent until now, was looking at the knife over my shoulder. Sorry, I had to think about something. Some spoiler stuff. You surprised me. Hisui, you should say something. You don't have to look over my shoulder like that, you know? If you want to see it, I'll show it to you. Hisui's cheeks suddenly become a little redder. Please excuse me. That knife is so beautiful that I could not help myself. Beautiful? You really think it's beautiful? It looks kinda beat up to me. Not at all. The tempering of the blade is masterful. I think it is a knife with its own proper history. Really? It looks to me like a piece of junk. But since Hisui seems so convinced, I begin to feel the same thing. In its own way, I guess it's not such a bad inheritance. 7 Knights. Maybe that's the name of this fruit knife? Maybe, though I can't imagine him naming a knife like that. Whatever the case may be, it's obvious that it's an antique. Well, in any case, I believe in taking what's given to me. I replace the blade and put the knife in my trouser pocket. Shiki-sama, have you enough time? I have to get going. Well, Kohaku-san, thanks for the delivery. You're welcome! Kohaku-san smiles and waves. Leaving the doorway, I pass through the garden. As I pass out the mansion gates, I sense a commotion. What's going on? Sounds like something's happening on the right side of the mansion. I heard that someone found bloodstains on the road east of the mansion. Bloodstains? You mean leftover blood? Yes. There was blood on the mansion fence, too. The police came to inquire about what happened last night while you were sleeping, Shiki-sama. Does that mean someone died? No, all that has been found are the bloodstains. The east side of the mansion. That's around where the man in the black coat was last night. Bloodstains, traces of blood, bloodstains, traces of red. Come to think of it, I get the feeling I saw something red. Shiki-sama? No, it's nothing. Shaking my head, I shake off the bad images. Well, I'll be going now. Thanks for seeing me off, Hisui. Goodbye. Please take care on the way. Hisui bows deeply. I'm not sure what to take care about, but she's probably just worried about my health. Yeah, thanks. You take care too, Hisui. It's only right to repay good intentions with good intentions. With an energetic wave of the hand at Hisui, I leave the gates of the mansion behind. I walk along the unfamiliar streets. Up until now, I've been going to school from the Arima house, so it's the first time I've taken this route to school. It's only the path I'm taking that's different, but I feel like I'm going to a new school. There doesn't seem to be a lot of students from my school around. Apparently, there are not many who live around here. 7:30 in the morning. I can't see anyone running along the streets in a school uniform except me. The business district is in a rush of activity. As usual, the scene is one of suited firm employees gearing themselves for today's battle. No, it isn't quite the same as usual. For the last few days, the atmosphere has been a little heavier in this town. It's probably due to the serial killings. There are less people in the streets in the evenings now, too. You'd better cut down on the hanging out at night, Arihiko. The face of my bad friend drifts into mind. He'd be the sort to carry on hanging out at night regardless of the atmosphere in town. Well, it's not like he's going to listen to a word I say anyway. I start to see some people in school uniforms intermingled with the crowd. There are only about 10 minutes until the school gates close. I dash along the asphalt street so I won't be late. I arrive. It seems like it took 20 minutes rather than 30 from the mansion. I'll need to leave around 7 if I want to go slowly, since I ran several times on the way. The classroom, just minutes before homeroom, is full of commotion. Scattered all over the classroom are my classmates, intent on talking until the teacher arrives. It's like a festival in here, even though there are only a few minutes left. I ease my way through to my seat next to the window. Then, yo, you're late, Tono. In stark contrast to the otherwise pleasant classroom, there is someone waiting with a big grin on his face. And in addition, good morning, Tono-kun. Oh, it's CL. I thought it was gonna be Satsuki. Good morning, Tono-kun. He is accompanied by someone very unexpected. Senpai, why are you in our classroom? Dumbfounded, I point to CL-senpai like I'm looking at a ghost. Huh? Is it so unusual? I was just wondering if you were in class, so I decided to come over to see you, Tono-kun. Unusual? The seniors never come to the junior classrooms. There's all sorts of reasons, but the biggest one is that they're just too far apart. Oh, I see. Senpai nods with a serious face. You don't have to worry about that. Despite my appearance, I'm a fast runner. It takes me less than a minute to get to my class downstairs from here. Senpai emphasizes her point. I guess she's just not the kind of person who cares what other people think. Quit whining, Tono. What's wrong with it anyway? Ohayo gozaimasu. Ohayo! ID cash. Yokoso, yokoso. Senpai's here because she wants to be. Arihiko, being Arihiko, plunks himself down on my desk and starts up a merry conversation with Senpai. I don't mind, but you ought to get back to your class before... you ought to... Let's try that line again. I don't mind, but you ought to get back to your class 2 minutes before homeroom starts, Senpai. I feel tired for some reason. Sighing, I sit down. Inui-kun, it seems Tono-kun is feeling down. Yeah, he's probably feeling irritable because he's not used to his life after moving. Tono doesn't mind most things, but he's got a bad habit of throwing a fit when faced with things he doesn't understand. Really? Tono-kun doesn't look like the type to get angry. Yeah. America人です。Watashi no Nihongo wa... my Japanese is bad, I'm sorry. No, that's not true. Tono, you see, is usually pretty mature, but when he encounters something he doesn't understand, kaboom! Huh. Kaboom, is it? Yep. You'll change your opinion once you see him lose it, so you can't just trust him like that, senpai. The two of them whisper to each other. Hey, listen. If you're going to talk privately, do you mind doing it in the hallway? America-jin? Yeah. Hi. Hey, if you're going to talk privately, do you mind doing it in the hallway? I can hear every word you say when you do it on my desk, so there's no real point to it. What? You could hear us? Yes, Arihiko, you were right there. Arihiko gives an exaggerated reaction of surprise. No one could stay angry after being hit with an act like that. Senpai puts her hands to her mouth, and I can't tell how serious she is. If it's Senpai, she may have actually intended to talk privately. That's terrible. That's terrible, Tono. Listening in on the lovey-dovey private conversation between Senpai and me. You've sure got some nasty hobbies. Arihiko points at me. Are you trying to pick a fight with me, Arihiko? Actually, please do. Right now, I'm more than willing. Arihiko shakes his head. Of course not. You're my dear friend, right? I'd exchange fists with even my parents, but I have a policy of not fighting with my friends. I'm the very model of chivalry. Sure you are. That's amazing. I guess chivalrous people could punch their parents in the world that's inside his head. I see. That's a pretty rotten policy. You pretended to be depressed, but deep down you're the same Tono as always. Damn, I had nothing to worry about after all. Arihiko hits me a couple of times in the back. Arihiko, were you worried about me just then? Don't ask me trivial stuff like that, you dumbass. It's only good if I do it without you noticing. Arihiko hits my back some more. We've been friends for a long time, but I still can't get a hold on this guy's personality. So, how's your new house? Pretty heavy and stressful by the looks of it. Can't really say. I had a bad dream last night, and the people at my house gave me the cold shoulder. I see. Sounds rough. Arihiko nods with a difficult expression. And Senpai is silent, staring at us while we have our trivial conversation. Senpai? So. Tono-kun, you really get on well with Inui-kun. Are you serious, Senpai? You must need thicker glasses if that's what you think after seeing what just happened. Not at all, Tono-kun. You look really relaxed when you're with Inui-kun. You're really open and trust him a lot. Senpai smiles happily for some reason. Arihiko and I exchange looks and tilt our heads. Oh, I'm so envious. I really admire how your friendship allows such understanding without you getting worried over each other. Senpai is impressed. Really? Arihiko and I exchange looks and raise our eyebrows. That's right. It's just that you two don't realize it. But maybe it'll end if you do. In that case, it'd be best if you two just remained as you are. Yes, truly a miraculous balance. Well, I guess you could say our relationship is a miraculous tightrope. Arihiko nods in agreement. I guess that's one point we perfectly agree on. It's almost time. I'll be going now. Did you watch the news this morning, Tono-kun? No, the house I moved to doesn't have a television, so I can't watch the morning news. Is that so? Well, I'll just ask you straight out then. There was a big mansion on today's morning news. Is that where you live? Style reminds you of something? Do you know what? No idea which. Are you at all familiar with Tsukihime? Do you know what it is? This morning's news? Now that she mentions it, Hisui said the police had come to talk. Yeah, that must be my house. I heard the police came this morning to ask us questions. Is that so? You mustn't be out playing late at night, Tono-kun. Senpai leaves quickly. I watch her silently. And... Tono. What? I'm not listening to any more of your trivial garbage. It's not trivial. Heard of, had not seen? Tsukihime is by, Kinoko Nasu and, Takeuchi Takashi-san. It's type moon. It's not trivial, it's becoming a big problem. You've become so familiar with Senpai that she even comes here to see you. Arihiko stares at me gravely. Well, I don't know anything about it. I've only started talking to her recently. Maybe she just came here on a whim today. And come to think of it, aren't you pretty familiar with her too? No way, man. It's taken me 7 days to get her to remember my name. Oh? That's unusual. Wasn't it your policy not to deal with girls you can't pick up in a day because they're too much trouble? Oh my god, Arihiko. That's normal for girls, that's for normal girls, but Senpai is different. I've kept it a secret all this time, but actually, You like senior girls who look good with glasses on, don't you? Arihiko's face turns red. Oh, right on the money, huh? You knew all along, my dear friend. Yeah, I knew. We're friends, after all. Need that policy. We get along and we've got the same interests. I see. You can understand how good Senpai is too, can't you? Hey, wait! Glasses are good. Yes. Have to agree there. Yeah, like I said, we've got similar interests, right? That's why we're into the same type of woman. Arihiko nods in agreement and heads back towards his own seat. I guess it was a short friendship, Tono. Yeah, exactly right. I wave Arihiko off. The teacher comes in at about the same time. The morning lessons are over. It's lunch break, and Arihiko has gone on ahead to the cafeteria. Now, where should I have my lunch? Oh, we do not have enough points with CL to go with her. Which makes sense, because I'm not focusing on her this route. This is a choice that does not matter. Should we eat in the classroom or the cafeteria? Chat, what do you think? Cafeteria? Alright, we will go to the cafeteria. I decide to eat in the chaotic, student-filled cafeteria as usual. For some reason, the udon and the soba are better than the meal sets at our school, so naturally I decide to have some udon. Still sitting down at the table, I eat my tanuki udon. The cafeteria's TV is showing the news. The TV was set up so students can watch the recorded morning news during lunchtime. The The news is having a special feature on the serial killings. It's been a whole month since the killings started, but no one yet has any idea who this killer is. He is an unidentified killer, leaving no trace and acting with no motive. His identity still remains a mystery, even though there has already been 8 killings in our little town alone. It's certainly very frightening, says the newscaster. Fifth period. Feeling sleepy at the classics lecture, my gaze drifts outside the window. And a crow is perched on the classroom veranda. Not the blue crow from last night, but just an ordinary black one. With its black eyes, the crow stares inside the classroom through the glass window. It's true that it's unusual for a bird to perch there, but it's not like it's some major event. Suddenly, it comes at me. My vision gradually goes white as my sense of balance goes crazy. My field of vision sways. It feels like something is building up in the back of my head, and my brain feels heavy. Crap. I know this feeling. It's the precursor to an anemia attack. The blood that's been building up inside the blood vessels in my brain forms black clots and slushes around inside my head, causing my vision to go black. So, this is a thing I have noticed in Tsukihime, in Fate, in quite a bit of other Japanese media. The understanding of anemia and like what it is very different from how we understand anemia in the West, to the point that it makes me wonder if we're using the same term for completely different things. Because here, if you say anemia, people are going to understand it as usually referring to iron deficiency, which just kind of causes like general weakness and stuff like that. And also sensitivity to the cold. I have that, and it's driving me crazy. Because it's winter here. But when it comes up in like anime and visual novels and stuff, it's understood completely differently. It always weirds me out. Also, hello Drakon, welcome, welcome. I still have not fixed my on-screen Twitch chat. I need to figure out what the heck is wrong with it. Alright, that's my little tangent. If I had to describe it, I would say it feels like darkness is pushing from my brain outwards towards my eyes. Had to Google the term? Aha. This is bad. I don't usually collapse in the middle of class, but fumbling in a world of darkness, I blindly use my desk for support. Even that becomes useless. I can't put any strength into my fingers. All I can do now is fall towards the floor. Excuse me, sensei. And something hits me roughly on the back. Tono's looking pretty bad, so I'd like to take him to the infirmary. Arihiko. At some point, Arihiko had come up to me. Are you really feeling bad, Tono? I can hear the teacher's voice from his lectern. No, I think I'll be Man, he's totally out of it. Wouldn't it be better for him to leave early? Arihiko makes this outrageous proclamation loudly. I see. If you say so, Inui, then I guess there's no mistake about it. I've already heard about Tono's health from Kunifuji-sensei. Tono, if you're not well, you may go rest in the infirmary or leave early. Sheesh. I don't know what's with him. It seems the classics teacher has complete trust in what Arihiko says. Come on, you can go now. Besto friendo, for real. Your face is pale and all, but no one's going to know you're feeling bad until you tell them, you know. Arihiko hits me in the back grumpily. I'll be leaving early then, Sensei. The classics teacher nods solemnly. Sorry about making you worry needlessly, Arihiko. Don't worry about it. We've been inseparable since middle school. I can tell when you're about to collapse from anemia. Arihiko heads back towards his own seat. Expressing my thanks with a look, I drag my leaden body out of class. I leave school. It would have been better to go lie down in the infirmary, but at this hour, it'd be after school by the time I wake up. That being the case, I decide that I'd better go lie down back at the mansion, even if it means pushing myself. I think I'm feeling a little better. I breathe in the outside air and feel a little rejuvenated. Sheesh. I'm surprised at my own body. 8 years ago, the price of recovering from that near-fatal injury was becoming prone to sudden anemia. When I first left the hospital, it would happen at least once a day. Collapsing from dizziness became a daily routine for me. Is the character a boy? Yes. We are playing as a boy named Tonoshiki. Collapsing from dizziness became a daily routine for me. After some time, probably because my body had grown, the spontaneous dizziness and anemia became rarer. But from time to time, things still trigger dizzy fits, and I still lose consciousness. Today, I was lucky that Arihiko caught me. Usually, I wind up passed out on the floor. Taking a slow and deep breath, I draw fresh air into my lungs. I can feel the blood pooled around the center of my head begin to swirl again, so I head away from the school. I veer onto the main street. Once I get through there and leave the residential district, it's a direct path to the Tono mansion. Crap. It looks like I haven't fully recovered yet. Putting my hand to my forehead, I realize it's hotter than usual. I'm not going to do myself any good by pushing myself here until I collapse along the side of the road. I guess there's no helping it. Disgusted with myself, I lean on the guardrail. I'll rest for a bit until I manage to calm down. I don't have much to do, so I just stare idly around the street. It's just past noon on a weekday, but the street is filled with passers-by. Crowds of walking people. Nameless people without personalities walk straight ahead without even casting a glance at the people walking beside them. Even though there are so many people here together in this crowd, in this same space, they see only one thing. Everyone is their own main character, so they only live the day from that perspective. And so, without really interacting with anyone else, they each end the day by themselves. In a way, you could say it's a very lonely thing. Classic Tokyo. I think that's just big cities in general, but this game does not take place in Tokyo. It is set in a town called Misaki Town, I believe. I begin to think melancholy thoughts, perhaps a result of my fever. Guess I'll go home now. I feel calmer, and all I'm doing here is wasting my time with pointless thoughts. Getting up from the guardrail, I resume heading home to the mansion so I can rest. That is, until I see her. What's melancholy? How do I explain what melancholy is? Kind of sad, but a specific kind of sad. I really don't know how to explain it. Hang on, let me see if Google can help me. Okay. Google says, a feeling of pensive sadness, typically with no obvious cause. So it's just kind of like a general quiet sadness. I hope that was a good explanation. And there she is. There she is! Casually. Understood? Good. All I did was casually cast my gaze into the crowd, but my vision freezes. Thump. Golden hair and red eyes. Her clothes are white, as if they are a symbol of herself. Thump. My pulse races. My veins and arteries spring into action. My nerves split, one after the other. Her hair reminds you of a girl from Yu-Gi-Oh! GX. Her hair does look a little bit Yu-Gi-Oh!-ish. Is she the cat lady? Yes, Neko Arc. Yes. Kind of. Neko Arc is based on this character, yes. My spinal cord goes berserk, as if it is about to leap out of my back. Thump. The girl walking in the crowd is just beautiful. That's what it reminded you of? Ah. The distant dizziness comes back to me. My consciousness swims, falling. Thump. I can't breathe. My fingertips tremble. The blood isn't reaching them. My whole body feels cold, like I'm freezing to death. Thump. My heart beats in a rush, urging me to hurry up. I can stand it no longer, and unintelligible words escape my mouth. I can't think. My brain tells me only one word. Thump. Just one word repeating in my brain. Her. That girl. I'm going to... I feel sick. I can't breathe. It hurts to breathe. For some reason, I can't remember how to breathe properly. My throat is burning. My eyes are about to burst. My palms are soaked. Knees weak, palms sweaty, mom spaghetti. I feel so cold, but I'm drenched in sweat. I have to follow her. I have to follow that girl. Chase her, chase after her, and talk to her. My frozen feet begin to move. My breathing is ragged like that of a beast. I chase after the girl in white. The girl walks slowly. She doesn't realize I'm following her. If I run after her now, I can talk to her. Talk to her and ask her name. Ask her name? Who am I kidding? I know very well that that's not what I want to do. I know, but I don't know. It looks like I want to do something else. But I can't precisely put what I want to do in words. The inside of my head is misted over like a rain cloud. My throat is hot. I can't breathe. But so what? It's only natural, right? I've just seen that great woman. It would be impolite not to get excited, wouldn't it? Stop her and ask her name? Ha! Give me a break. I'm not a kid, after all. I don't fully understand it, but there is only one thing I must do. I walk with my hands in my pockets. So many things are wrong with his body. Yeah. Many things are wrong with Shiki. My fingers feel steel. How fortunate. The tools are all here. For those who missed it, he received an antique knife this morning and put it in his pocket when he left for school. She walks. I leave plenty of room between us, so she won't notice, so the other people around us won't suspect. She and I are complete strangers. That's why I have to do my best to make following her look natural. She walks into an apartment building. I don't go in yet, but instead watch from outside. She takes the elevator up. The elevator stops at the 6th floor. I check the common mailbox on the 1st floor. There are 5 mailboxes for the 6th floor. I touch one of them and feel a sharp sensation. I smell it. There's no mistake. Her room is the 3rd one on the 6th floor. What do you mean you smell it? What is wrong with you? I enter the elevator and press 6. I'm excited. I grip the knife in my pocket tightly while in the small elevator. She's very close by. Just a little more, and I can... her. Just thinking about it makes me feel ecstatic. My whole body feels... Please shut up. Please stop talking, Shiki. I get off the elevator. The 6th floor corridor is empty. This is good. Quickly, quickly. I want to do it. I arrive in front of room 3. I am about to press the doorbell when I stop. These glasses are in my way. I can't do what I've come to do with them on. It's a promise, Shiki. You should never cut those lines thoughtlessly. Long ago, a woman once told me such a thing. But right now, neither her name nor her face comes to mind. Slowly, I remove my glasses. I can see the black lines. And not just them. Has something happened to my eyes? Apart from those abominable lines, I can see points, like black holes. Countless numbers of them. I don't know myself. What I'm trying to do. Why I'm trying to do this. What does Tonoshiki want to do with that girl? I don't know. Still not knowing, I push the doorbell. Yes? I hear the voice behind the door, and the door opens a crack. In that instant, I slip through it. Eh? The girl says. No, she tries to say. She will never get to finish what she tried to say, because I cut her apart before she could. In that instant, I slip through the door. Not taking even a second, I draw the knife across the lines running throughout the girl's body. Stabbing. Slashing. Piercing. Driving. Splitting into pieces. Completely and utterly, I kill her. The black lines that divide her into 17 pieces. That is such an oddly specific number. Through the neck, back of the head, from the right eye to the lips, upper right arm, lower right arm, right ring finger, left elbow, left thumb, left middle finger, left breast, from the rib to the heart, from the stomach to the abdomen in 2 places, left groin, left thigh, left leg, left toe, all of them. As I pass by her, not even taking a second. Truly, in an instant, entirely. I dismantle her into 17 pieces of meat. Huh? I can hear an incredibly dumb-sounding voice. Why is this calculated? I have a lot of questions about this. It doesn't feel like the voice is coming from my own throat. Dizziness. The minced pieces of the girl lie before my eyes. Red blood all over the wooden floor, like an overturned bucket of water. There is the choking scent of blood. The cuts are very clean, so her insides don't spill out. Only the color of red goes across the ground. Strange. There's nothing in the room. Nothing but the girl's scattered limbs and me, standing there dumbfounded. What? A sea of red blood is spreading over the floor. In my hands, I grip my knife, the murder weapon. She's dead. Of course she is. She wouldn't be human if she was alive. Why? There's nothing to ask. I just did it with my own hands. With my own hands, cleanly and instantly, I cut apart this girl I don't even know. I killed her? Yes, there's no mistaking it. Or am I mistaken? There's no reason for me to do such a thing. That's why it's a mistake. It has to be a mistake. But I had no reason from the start. That's why it's a mistake. It has to be a mistake. The red blood flows all over the floor. Oh, I forgot how much I liked the soundtrack from this part. Slowly, the dark red stain creeps around my feet. Ah. Surprised, I lift my shoe, but I'm too late. Like coal tar, her blood makes a thread connecting the pool on the floor and my foot. It's red blood. The color I hate, still flowing even now. Hello, Super Taco! Welcome, welcome! This is Tsukihime. It is a visual novel by the same creators as Fate. The color I hate, still flowing even now. All because I cut her apart. And our protagonist here has just followed a woman home and murdered her. For no reason. And now he's like, why did I do that? Hope we get caught. It wasn't me. Yes. It has to be a mistake. A mistake. A mistake. Probably a mistake. Definitely a mistake. This is Intrusive Thoughts 1. Oops, literally. Do we say it's a bad dream? Or do we face the facts? What do we think, chat? Ooh, we have a split vote. Taco wants to face the facts, and IDK wants to deny it. You did say it first, Taco, so we'll go with you. We will face the facts. This is, without a doubt, reality wrought by my own hands. But just what is wrong about it? You did also choose last time, IDK. I killed her. Is that fact wrong? I didn't kill her. Is that fact wrong? No, all that's totally wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. So, what am I wrong? What is wrong? That's because I'm saying it's wrong. The fact that I didn't kill her is wrong. No, wrong. Wrong, 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 wrong. I don't even know her. She's just some stranger I saw walking down the street. See? Isn't that strange to you, Shiki? She's a complete stranger. Why would I have to kill her? There's no answer to my screams. Besides, the reason is clear. From the moment I saw her, I could only think of one thing. I, Tonoshiki, wanted to kill that girl. That's what I wanted to do back then. Just that it was all so muddy inside my head, I didn't put it into words. Wrong! I feel like throwing up. Ugh. The contents of my stomach are coming back up. The crimson soaks into my eyeballs. I dash out. I don't think for even a moment about how I might be seen or to hide the body. I just want to escape from here. Half crazed, I flee from the unfamiliar apartment. What a way to meet the love interest of this route. Alright, I am gonna be back in a few minutes. I have some stuff to take care of, so take this opportunity to stand up, stretch, grab some snacks or what have you. I will be back in a few minutes. Alright, and we're back. I see Taco went to bed, but, let me see. They said, why did he kill the girl? That is actually basically one of the big mysteries of the game. Shiki's gonna be doing a lot of awful things without really understanding why, and as far as I know, figuring that out is one of the big mysteries. As for love interest, yes. That girl that he killed was Arcueid, the love interest of this route and the main love interest of the entire game. Alright, give me a sec. And let's get on with it. My gastric juices rise in my throat. I throw everything back up. My food, my gastric juices, everything, while I cry. There is nothing left in my stomach, but my body continues to force me to throw up, as if trying to undo what had occurred and return me to a normal life. Pain. It hurts, like my insides are burning. The tears won't stop, and my body collapses to the floor like a pile of garbage. I keep crying. I killed someone. The burger scene in Tokyo Ghoul, basically. Oh, man. I haven't thought about that in years. I killed someone. I killed her without reason, without mercy. Like breaking apart a doll. Why? Why I felt like that. Why I killed her. Even now, I can't find a reason. Stomach acid drips over my lips, passing out of my mouth, dripping down my jaw. Mixed with the juices is something red. My throat is probably bleeding because my stomach keeps trying to throw up even when there's nothing left in there. Well, you're not getting with her now, that's for sure. It hurts. That's why this isn't a dream, and I'm just lying to myself. It's all lies. Yes, actually, I understand everything. I lusted after her. Just looking at her aroused me. Cat, can you not can you not lick yourself, like, 2 feet away from my microphone, please? And she just knocks stuff over. Anyways, I'm not reading that sentence. These eyes, too. If I knew these lines could cut things apart like paper being shredded, I should have understood that even a person could easily be cut apart like I just did to her. If I had lived a normal life without even thinking about something like that. If I really am the sort of dangerous person who could easily kill just about anything, then I should have put out these eyes or lived a life without seeing anyone. I'm sorry, Sensei. I'm so sorry. Not even such a simple promise was I able to keep. But I don't care about myself. I killed that person. That person's life up until now. The people around that person, the future that person dreamed of, everything, destroyed by a stranger. Even if I regret it, I can't be forgiven. Even if I apologize, I can't be forgiven. Have I gone insane? I don't know. There isn't even a trace of that impulse left. The thought of holding back never crossed my mind. I didn't even consider trying to stop myself. kill this girl. It had seemed like the obvious thing to do, and I went through with it. Then the answer is simple. I must be insane. I've probably been mad since 8 years ago when I miraculously came back to life from a fatal accident. Yeah, this dude's got issues. I can hear the sound of rain coming from somewhere. Post-kill clarity. It's raining. I'm in a daze. My throat hurts when I try to breathe. Ouch. I can speak. Shiki-sama? Then I become aware of someone's presence near me. My room. Somehow, I'm in my own room. Have you awakened, Shiki-sama? Hisui? Yes. How is your body feeling? Hisui asks me an odd question. There's not a single thing wrong with my body, but... What? Yes, why? Why am I asleep in a place like this? Even though I was about to say killed someone, but I stopped myself. My brain tells me I shouldn't say those words. What am I doing here, Hisui? Do you not remember, Shiki-sama? Hisui raises her brow slightly. There's a lot of things wrong with his body, there sure are. Your school called to say you left early. However, you did not come back even after dusk, so when my sister went to look for you, she found you resting in the park. Park? You mean the park near here? Yes, when she found you, you were resting on the park bench. Then you returned to the mansion on your own feet. You have got to be kidding. I don't remember any of that. I do not believe it is such an odd thing that your memory is unstable, Shiki-sama. It is difficult for me to say this, but when my sister brought you back, you were in a daze. I don't remember any of this, but I have no reason to doubt what Hisui says. Yeah, it's already 9 o'clock. I don't remember anything. Yes, when you returned to the mansion, you said you wanted to sleep. My sister suggested we call a doctor, but you said it happens all the time. I see. I guess I do collapse from anemia all the time, but... Did she not see the blood on his shoes? This time, it's different. Because I had killed someone. Huh? What did I look like, Hisui? Huh? My clothing, I mean. Was my uniform, with the blood. It was stained with blood. Your uniform was dirty, so I am washing it. Washing? You mean those blood-stained clothes? There was certainly mud on it, but nothing like blood. But it was so... Even though I was on my knees in a sea of blood, and both my arms and legs had been completely soaked red. Have you had a nightmare of some sort, Shiki-sama? You looked like you were having a bad dream until now, and you do not look fine. Hisui stares at my face. A dream? That, a dream? Was it a dream? That feeling, that smell of blood, that hideously beautiful white girl. No, maybe you're right. That's just a bad dream. I breathe out slowly. That's right. That's got to be a bad dream. There's no way I would break my childhood promise to Sensei needlessly and for no reason. But that... Is it being a dream too good to be true? Shiki-sama, are you still not feeling well? No, I'm alright now. Something like that must have been a dream. That's what I've got to believe. If I don't believe so, I just can't be sleeping here. Yes. If you are feeling better, I will go prepare dinner now. Dinner? No way. I can't eat when the color and smell of blood still lingers in my mind. No, it's fine. I'm just going to sleep like this tonight. More importantly, Hisui. Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? Well... It seems like I came back after dusk, but did Akiha say anything? Akiha-sama was not home yet at the time. She came back about 2 hours ago and was informed of your condition through my sister. Hisui seems to silently ask, what about it? Oh, it's nothing. I was just wondering if she was disgusted with me for causing her trouble on just the second day after I've come back. It did seem like Akiha-sama was distressed, but I would not say she was disgusted. Saying this, Hisui takes a step away from me. Well, I will be leaving now. Please call for me if you need anything. Yeah, thanks. Oh, one more thing I forgot to ask. Yes, what is it, Shiki-sama? It's raining outside. When did it start? Before you came back, Shiki-sama. When my sister found you, you were drenched. I see. I can't even remember that. It seems like it was a pretty serious case of anemia. If that's the case, I shouldn't have pushed myself and should have just rested at school. Good night. I'm really sorry about today. Please express my gratitude to Kohaku-san, too. I understand. Good night. A dream, huh? It's like I don't even know what I felt. But if I can't understand what happened or how I feel about it, how do I know it was a dream? I can hear the sound of the rain outside. My mind still feels a little heavy. I glance down at my chest. The old wound from 8 years ago is still distinctly there, like a burn scar. On top of my desk lies the knife my father left me. That was a dream. Nothing more. I repeat this over and over again, trying to placate myself until I sleep. But when I was a child, I think someone once told me, don't tell lies that you can't even fool yourself with. Do I want to get into day 3 now? Now, I normally keep these Tight Moon VN streams to 1 day per stream. So, although this was on the shorter side, I think we might call it here for tonight. I think that's what we're gonna do. So, return to title. Yes. So, that is gonna be all for tonight. Tomorrow I'm gonna be streaming Grand Blue Fantasy. Let me see what we're doing for Grand Blue this week. Looks like we're gonna be doing the second Dragon Knights event for Knights of a Fallen Land. So if you like Grand Blue Fantasy, be sure to stop in for that. Sunday we're playing some Genshin, and we will pick up with more Tsukihime next week, next Friday. So, thank you to everybody who stopped by tonight, and I hope to see you all next time.